Hi there, welcome to Tech Center. This is Joshua and I'm going to make a 5-part series where I will show you how to make a game similar to Flappy Bird in Python. After posting all 5 parts, I will combine all 5 videos and post it as a single long video. In this video, I am using Python 3.8.3. I have posted a video showing you how to install Python 3.8.3 version. This video is the 3rd part of the series, and today I will be showing you how to start creating the game procedure. So in this procedure, we will be creating the basic setups for the game. I will put links to the other parts in the comment section below the video when they are released. Before we jump into the video, please subscribe and click the notification bell to receive any future videos from my channel. If you haven't already watched my previous video, which was the 2nd part of the series, please go check that out. I have put a link in the description box below so you can watch the video. If you have any questions or comments about this video, please contact me via email on 4techcenter@gmail.com. First of all, let's open Python from the Windows Programs list. Click Start, scroll down to Python 3.8, then click on Idle Python. Now, we created a file in the first part and we saved the file, so now we've got to open that file. We edited the file in the 2nd part and now we're going to edit it in this video. So we're going to open it, click on File, then on Open. Here you can see the file that I saved. I'm going to click on it, then I'm going to click on Open. So click on your file and then click on Open. Once the file is open, close the shell and maximize the Python programming window. Now I'm going to scroll down to where we were before. So let's scroll down. Step 10. Creating a procedure for the game. So now we're going to create a procedure for the actual gameplay. So let's start with that. Type def space game, open brackets, widgets, comma space game mode, comma space high score, close brackets, colon, enter. Make sure game mode and high score are a single word. First of all, let's clear everything in the widgets list, because before the game window there is a home screen. So we've got to clear everything from the home screen and then we've got to set it up for the game window. So let's clear the home screen. To do that, we're going to use the procedure that we created in the previous video. So let's call the procedure. To do that, type clear capital W widgets, open brackets, widgets, close brackets, enter. Now we're going to set the gravity of the game. So the bird is going to have a gravity of -1. So press enter to create a new line, and now let's create the gravity. So I'm going to assign it to a variable called gravity. Gravity space equals space -1. Enter, enter. So now we're going to show the turtles for the player. So let's do that. Body.st, open brackets, close brackets, enter. I.st, open brackets, close brackets, enter. Pupil.st, open brackets, close brackets, enter. Top beak, make sure top beak has a capital B. .st, open brackets, close brackets, enter. Bottom capital B beak, .st, open brackets, close brackets, enter. Wing.st, open brackets, close brackets, enter. Now we're going to show the pipes. So let's do that. Top capital B pipe, .st, open brackets, close brackets, enter. Bottom capital B pipe, .st, open brackets, close brackets, enter, enter. Now we're going to set the dx of the pipes. So what that means is how fast the pipes move across the screen. In the game, we can't make the bird move from left to right. We're moving the pipes from right to left. So we're going to do this depending on game mode, so we're going to do it inside an if structure. So let's do that. If space game mode, make sure game mode is a single word, space equals, make sure there's a double equals here, space, open quotation marks, easy, close quotation marks, colon, enter, top capital P pipe, dot dx, space equals space, -7, enter, bottom capital P pipe, dot dx, space equals space, -7, enter, backspace. That was one enter and one backspace. Now we're going to do the medium game mode. Elif space game mode space equals space open quotation marks medium close quotation marks colon enter top capital P pipe dot dx space equals space -10 enter bottom capital P pipe dot dx space equals space -10 enter backspace. Again, that was one enter and one backspace. Now there's only one more game mode, which is hard game mode, so we don't need to write an if statement like this. We only need to do else. So let's type that. Else colon enter top capital P pipe dot dx space equals space -13 enter bottom capital P pipe dot dx space equals space -13 enter backspace. That was two enters and one backspace. Now every time the player passes through the pipes, the player will get 1 point. So each pipe will have half a point. So let's do that. We're going to set a value for the pipes. So I'm going to do that. Top capital P pipe dot value space equals space 0.5 enter bottom capital P pipe dot value space equals space 0.5 enter. We also need to set the score and the high score. We need to set the score to 0 and the high score to the previous high score, because in this game the high score is saved from the previous attempt. So we don't need to set it to 0, but we're setting it to high score itself. We're passing it as a parameter in this procedure, as you can see here. So let's set the score to 0, score, space equals space, 0, enter. Now let's set the high score, space equals space, high score, enter. Now let's create a procedure for the bird to fly. So type def space fly, open brackets, close brackets, colon, enter. If space game mode space equals space, open quotation marks, easy, close quotation marks, space or, space game mode, space equals space, open quotation marks, medium, close quotation marks, colon, enter, value, space equals space, 10, enter, backspace, else, colon, enter, value, space equals space, 12. So what we've done here is set different jump heights. So if it's easy or medium mode, the player can only jump 10 pixels high, whereas if it's hard mode, the player can jump 12 pixels high. This is because it would be impossible to complete hard mode if we did not have such a high jump height. So now let's press enter, backspace. That's 2 enters and 1 backspace. Now let's move the body parts of the player upwards. To do that, we're going to add on the value to the difference in y. So let's do that. Body.dy space plus equals space value, enter. I.dy space plus equals space value, enter, pupil.dy space plus equals space value, enter, top capital B beak dot dy space plus equals space value, enter, bottom capital B beak dot dy space plus equals space value, enter, wing dot dy space plus equals space value, enter, enter. We're going to create an animation for the wing. So to do that, we're going to just rotate the wing a bit, and then we're going to rotate it back every time we jump. So let's do that. Wing.lt, open brackets 20, close brackets. So we've rotated it left 20 degrees, enter. wn.tracer, open brackets 2, close brackets. So what we've done here is we've set the animation speed of the screen to 2, which is slower than 0, which was what we set at the start of the script. So we're setting it to 2 right now, so it's slower, so we can see the animation. Otherwise the animation would not appear on the screen. Press enter. Now we're going to rotate the wing back. So let's do that. Wing.rt, open brackets 20, close brackets, enter. Now let's set the animation speed back to normal, which is the fastest, 0. wn.tracer, open brackets 0, close brackets, enter, enter. Now currently the bird is flying, but once the bird jumps, it continues flying. So to stop it from continuing flying automatically, we have to set its value back down to 10 or 12. So to do that, we have to do an if statement. Let's do that. If space body.dy space is greater than space value colon enter, body.dy space equals space value. So we're setting the dy back to the original value. So let's do that with all the other players' body parts. I.dy space equals space value, enter, pupil.dy space equals space value, enter, top capital B beak dot dy space equals space value, enter, bottom capital B beak dot dy space equals space value, enter, wing dot dy space equals space value, enter, enter, backspace, backspace. That's 2 enters and 2 backspaces. Now we're going to create a procedure for when clicking the screen. So when we click the screen currently, the bird will not fly. This is because when we use the method to click on the screen, it requires 2 arguments to be passed through. So currently we have no arguments to pass through. As you can see, no parameters. So we need to create another procedure to do that. So let's do that. Def space click capital F fly. Make sure click fly is a single word. Open brackets. I'm going to call this button, comma space new capital B binding, close brackets, colon enter. So the first argument here is which button is being pressed, and the second argument is creating a new binding with the function. Let's call the previous procedure that we just created, which is called fly. So let's just type fly, fly, open brackets, close brackets, enter, enter, backspace. Now we've created flying procedures. So first one was for when we press space, second one was for when we click with the mouse. Now we're going to create a procedure for when the game ends, either when we win or when we lose. So I'm going to call it game over. Let's type def space game capital O over. Make sure game over is one word. Open brackets high score, comma space ending, close brackets, colon enter, score capital P pen make sure score pen is a single word, dot clear, open brackets, close brackets, enter, enter. So what we've done here is we've cleared the score pen, so the score is not visible on the screen anymore. Now we need to display the high score and the score that we achieved in the game. So we're going to do that with the score pen, score capital P pen, dot write, open brackets, open quotation marks, high score, colon, space, close quotation marks, space, plus, space, str, open brackets, high score, close brackets. So what we did here with the str is we converted the high score to a string. So the reason we've converted it to a string is because we cannot concatenate, that means add together, an integer, which is the high score, and a string, which is this writing here. So let's continue writing the string, space plus space, open quotation marks, backslash n, space, space, score, make sure score has a capital S, colon, space, close quotation marks. So this backslash n creates a new line, so it writes the score on a separate line. Now let's move on, space plus space, str, open brackets, score, close brackets, comma, space, move, space equals space, false. So we've set move to false. This is because we do not want the text to move while it's being displayed. Comma, space, font, space equals space, open brackets, open quotation marks. I'm going to use Courier. You can use any other font. Courier, close quotation marks, comma, space, 25, comma, space, open quotation marks, bold, close quotation marks, close brackets, comma, space, align, space equals space, open quotation marks, center, close quotation marks. So what we've done here is we've moved the text to the center of the position of where we're writing. Close brackets, enter, enter. That was 2 enters. Now let's create a delay by 1 second. To do that, we're going to use the time library. Let's do that. Time dot sleep, open brackets 1, close brackets. So we created a 1 second delay. Enter. Now let's clear the score pen. Score capital P pen dot clear, open brackets, close brackets, enter, enter. Now we're going to hide all of the player's body parts and the pipes itself. Body.ht, open brackets, close brackets, enter. Eye.ht, open brackets, close brackets, enter. Pupil.ht, open brackets, close brackets, enter. Top beak.ht, open brackets, close brackets. Make sure top beak has a capital B, enter. Bottom capital B, beak, dot ht, open brackets, close brackets, enter. Wing dot ht, open brackets, close brackets, enter. Top capital P pipe dot ht, open brackets, close brackets, enter. Bottom capital P pipe dot ht, open brackets, close brackets, enter, enter. Now let's move the player's body parts back to its original position. Body.go.to, open brackets, -115, comma, space, 107, close brackets, enter. I.go.to, open brackets, -95, comma, space, 116, close brackets, enter. Pupil.go.to, open brackets, -89, comma, space, 116, close brackets, enter. Top beak, make sure top beak has a capital B, dot go to, open brackets, -88, comma, space, 103, close brackets, enter. Bottom capital B beak, dot go to open brackets -88 comma space 98 close brackets, enter. Wing dot go to open brackets -140 comma space 107 close brackets, enter, enter. Now we're going to reset the dy of the player. This is so that the player does not fall down and hit the ground again. Body.dy space equals space 0. Enter. I.dy space equals space 0. Enter. Pupil.dy space equals space 0. Enter. Top capital B beak dot dy space equals space 0. Enter. Bottom capital B beak dot dy space equals space 0. Enter. Wing dot dy space equals space 0. Enter, enter. Now let's reset the position of the pipes. Top capital P pipe dot go to open brackets 250 comma space 430 close brackets, enter. Bottom capital B pipe dot go to open brackets 250 comma space -205 close brackets, enter, enter. Now there is also the chance that we will lose just before touching the trophy. We may accidentally touch the top of the screen or fall onto the floor. So when the trophy appears in the current program, it will not disappear when it's game over. To make it disappear, we need to hide the turtle in this procedure. Trophy capital T top dot ht open brackets close brackets, enter. Trophy capital B body dot ht open brackets close brackets, enter. Trophy capital I inside dot ht open brackets close brackets, enter. Left capital H handle dot ht open brackets close brackets, enter. Left capital H hole dot ht open brackets close brackets, enter. Right capital H handle dot ht open brackets close brackets, enter. Right capital H hole dot ht open brackets close brackets, enter. Trophy capital B bottom dot ht open brackets close brackets, enter. Trophy capital N neck dot ht open brackets close brackets, enter. Trophy capital B base dot ht open brackets close brackets, enter, enter. Now we are going to check if we have either won or lost, and we are going to display the right message. So if we won, we're going to display congratulations. If we lost, we're going to display game over. So let's do that. We're going to use an if structure for that. If space ending space equals equals space open quotation marks lose close quotation marks colon, enter. Game capital O over capital P pen, make sure game over pen is a single word and the O and the P are capitals. Dot go to open brackets 0 comma space 0 close brackets, enter. So we're moving it back to the center of the screen. Now we're going to change the color of the pen to red. Game capital O over capital B pen dot color open brackets open quotation marks red close quotation marks close brackets, enter. Now we're going to display the message. Game capital O over capital P pen dot write open brackets open quotation marks. I'm going to write game over. I've written it in capital letters. You don't have to write it in capital letters. You can write the message however you want to, but I just wrote it all in capitals so the user can easily see that they've lost the game. Close quotation marks, comma, space, move, space equals space, false, comma, space, font, space equals space, open brackets, open quotation marks. I'm going to use courier again. Courier, close quotation marks, comma, space, If you're using Courier, use font size 55, comma, space, open quotation marks, bold, close quotation marks, close brackets, comma, space, align, space equals space, open quotation marks, center, close quotation marks, close brackets, enter, backspace. That's one enter and one backspace. Else, colon, enter, game, capital O over, capital B pen, make sure that's one word, dot go to, open brackets, 0, comma, space, 225, close brackets, enter, game, capital O over, capital B pen, dot color, open brackets, open quotation marks, gold, close quotation marks, close brackets, enter. Depending on the game mode, we will need different messages for when we win. For example, if we win in easy mode, we will need congratulations, you won easy mode. But if you won hard mode, you would need congratulations, you won hard mode. So we're going to do that with an if statement. Enter, if, space, game mode, space equals equals space, open quotation marks, easy, close quotation marks, space, or, space, game mode, space equals equals space, open quotation marks, hard, close quotation marks, colon, enter. Now what we're doing here is we're choosing the message depending on the length of the difficulty. For example, easy has 4 letters in it, and hard has 4 letters in it, so we do not need more spaces. Whereas if it's medium mode, there's more than 4 letters, so we need more spaces. That's why it's written separately. Game, capital O over, capital P pen, dot write, open brackets, open quotation marks, space, congratulations, exclamation mark, backslash n, capital Y, you won, space, close quotation marks, space, plus, space, game mode, space, plus, space, open quotation marks, space, mode, full stop, close quotation marks. Now, here we've written, congratulations, you have won this game mode. So, if it's easy, it would write easy. If it was hard, it would write hard. If it's medium, we need another if statement for that. Let's continue. Comma, space, move, space equals space, false, comma, space, font, space equals space, open brackets, open quotation marks, Courier, close quotation marks, comma, space, 25, comma, space, open quotation marks, bold, close quotation marks, close brackets, comma, space, align, space equals space, open quotation marks, center, close quotation marks, close brackets, enter, backspace. That was one enter and one backspace. Now we're going to do the else, colon, enter, game, capital O over, capital B pen, dot write, open brackets, open quotation marks, double space, so type space twice, congratulations, exclamation mark, backslash n, you won medium mode, full stop, close quotation marks, comma, space, move, space equals space, false, comma, space, font, space equals space, open brackets, open quotation marks, Courier, close quotation marks, comma, space, 25, comma, space, open quotation marks, bold, close quotation marks, close brackets, comma, space, align, space equals space, open quotation marks, center, close quotation marks, close brackets, enter, enter, backspace, backspace. That's 2 enters and 2 backspaces. Now we're going to create a 4-second delay so that the user can actually read the message. Time.sleep, open brackets, 4, close brackets, enter. Now we've created the 4-second delay. After the 4 seconds, we are going to clear the message off the screen. So to do that, we are going to write game over pen, game capital O over capital P pen dot clear. Open brackets, close brackets, enter, enter. Now we're going to call a procedure that we have not created yet. It's going to be the home screen procedure. So we're going to call it now, but if we run the program after this, the program will not run because we have not created this procedure yet. But we're going to type that in right now. Home capital S screen, open brackets, widgets, comma space high score, close brackets, enter, enter, backspace. That's 2 enters and 1 backspace. Now we're going to create the key bindings. The key bindings are where we bind the keys on the keyboard and on the mouse to any functions or procedures in the program. So first of all, before we bind, we have to do wn.listen, open brackets, close brackets, enter. Now we can set the bindings. So the first binding that we're going to do is flying with the spacebar. To do that, type wn.onKeyPress, open brackets. Now we're going to state which function that we're going to use. We're going to use fly, comma space, and now we type which key we're going to use. Open quotation mark. We're going to use the space bar, so we're going to type space, close quotation marks, close brackets, enter. Now let's do that for the mouse. wn.onScreenClick, open brackets. Now for on-screen click, we have to say which function it is, which button it is. We're going to use click fly, click capital F fly. That's the function that we created before, comma space 1. So we typed 1 because it's the left mouse button, comma space. And this is a new binding, so we're going to make it true, true. Close brackets, enter, enter. Now, in case that the score pen has written anything, we're going to clear the screen from everything that the score pen has written. Score capital P pen dot clear. Open brackets, close brackets, enter. Now we're going to write the score and the high score. Score capital P pen dot write, open brackets, open quotation marks, high score, colon space, close quotation marks, space plus space, str, open brackets, high score, close brackets, space plus space, open quotation marks, backslash n, space space, capital S score, colon space 0, close quotation mark. So we've set the score to 0, so we don't really need to add str score because it's going to be 0 anyway. So we just wrote 0. Here the high score may be different because of a previous attempt, so we're using str high score here. Comma, space move, space equals space false. Make sure false has a capital F. Comma space font, space equals space open brackets, open quotation marks, courier, close quotation marks, comma space 25, comma space open quotation marks, bold, close quotation marks, close brackets, comma space align, space equals space open quotation marks, center, close quotation marks, close brackets, enter, enter. Now we're going to create a Boolean variable. This variable is going to check if we have either lost the game or won the game. This is for life lost or life won. I'm going to call it life lost, life capital L lost, space equals space. I'm going to set it to false because at the start the player is still alive. capital F false, enter, enter. Now that's all that we're going to do in this video. In the next video we will continue programming this Flappy Bird program. Before we close the Python programming window, let's save the file. File, save. Let's close the Python programming window. In my next two videos, I will post tutorials to continue programming Flappy Bird in Python. I hope that this video was helpful for you. If you like this video, please smash that like button and share it with your friends and family. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please click the red subscribe button below. If you have any questions or comments about this video, or if you'd like to get links for all of my previous videos, please contact me via email at 4techcenter@gmail.com. I have added it in the description box below. See you in the next video!